Well,
I know you.
The MVP front runner. If anybody else got to say something different about that, then come see me. I'm right here in B-more outside the bank. If you got an issue with that, come see me. I'm about that. Big trust.
Weezy out of here. Weezy out of here.
Oh, go ahead. Do your little intro.
welcome to the conference finals episode of Earth2 Sports Talk. As you know, this is going to be a very peaceful and a very normal episode. Nothing too crazy is going to happen. No one is going to say anything out of bounds, especially me. Okay? Especially me.
Mo. Here's the
Hold
thing,
on.
Mo.
Let me do my intro. Let me finish my intro. Especially me. This is going to be one of the most sane, normal episodes that we're ever going to see. You understand that this show is about talking sports. And in talking sports, things are going to come up. But, oh, that's the wrong one. But, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Mo Crosby. As always, on the other side of this is your boy Weds. What's going on, Weds? What going?
You're a terrible person,
What did I do?
but it's a
like
good
my
thing we're
intro?
friends.
Did you like my intro?
I love the intro.
Best friends.
I love the intro. I'm telling you, like
Did you catch the Taylor? Did you catch the Taylor?
Yeah, that's
I'm like the NFL now, bro.
bro.
There's an obligatory. It's in the contract. I promise you. I'm gonna show you the contract of the show. Taylor Swift has to show up from this point. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It's just in the contract. Taylor Swift got.
Did I read this contract? Because I didn't.
You should have. You should have.
I didn't sign up for this.
Tay got to show up. Tay got to show up. And if you don't like it, shake it off.
Wow.
Bro,
Really?
I'm hot. I'm on fire. Anyways, I don't even know where to start. I'm gonna let you start.
I know where to start.
Go ahead.
I was gonna just have my normal protein drink. It's just basically like water with a few grams of protein in there instead of juice. It feels good, but thanks to you and this contract I didn't never signed, I'm upgrading.
Don't blame me. Do not blame me. Honestly,
no.
Go ahead.
No. Okay, so first of all, I would like to say this was one of the best divisional round I've seen in some time.
yes.
Because certain things, first of all, an NFC Championship game featuring Jared Goff is happening, and Brock Purdy is happening.
And you know the crazy thing about what you just said? Wouldn't this be the second NFC Championship game featuring one Jared Goff?
Yes, it would. And you know who has not been to a conference championship his entire career?
Brock Purdy?
Oh no, Brock Purdy was there last year. Was he?
Was he? No, he was on the sideline.
He was
was
there last
hurt.
year, bro. He was there last year.
He wasn't hurt last year?
So,
Or was
no.
it the year before?
The year before, because again, Brock Purdy, he does this now. He lived in the conference championship.
Oh yeah, because he came in at the last 7 games last year,
and Jared Goff is on the second one. Meanwhile, Dakota Fanning Prescott, he has not seen one. So there's that. But yeah, first of all, when I say it was a good divisional round, first of all, that Detroit game was amazing. It was amazing. And
Oh,
first of all,
that game was fire.
yeah, that was a good game.
I,
And
I
also, okay,
that
so here's something
the
that
end
happened,
of
bro.
the end of the first half is maybe the best end of the first half I've ever seen in
Yes,
all NFC in all divisional wild card games, divisional
yes,
round games. If you told me that Baker Mayfield would do what he did in the last 30, 40 seconds of that game of that first half, I'd be like, get out of my face. Mind you, I've been on the Baker Mayfield comeback player of the year bus all year, but after watching that first quarter and most of the second quarter, and you said and you came from the future and you said, put your money on Baker Mayfield scoring 7 right now. I'll tell you to get the fuck out of my face. I don't care.
bro. When I tell you, there's a guy on TikTok who make a video. He goes Baker Mayfield or Baker Mayfield or dot, against the ops. Like I was like, yes, because that's exactly what he did. That man treated Mike Evans like you thought he was like Brady and Moss out there, like the way he was playing,
Bro,
bro. Like that man threw Mike Evans a pass on the sideline. That
on
man
a
said,
rope
when I say perfect,
missile.
perfect,
Baker Mayfield?
Baker Mayfield. So
Sheesh.
when I tell you, man, I had a good time. One thing though, yeah, no, exactly,
Wow.
absolutely,
This is the most peaceful he's come on this show.
ever.
Ever.
This is the most peaceful he's ever been
And
because he
you
was
know
just
what I
like,
think? I think it's because we started off here. If we
yeah.
started off where I wanted to start off,
So so no, absolutely, but so like Baker played, I'm like an absolute amazing game. I don't see like nobody can tell me anything about Baker Mayfield, after this season, bro.
and it's kind of sad that for the intro, because when I'm doing these intros, I'm thinking of the most exciting place to put up. It's kind of sad that for the intro, especially for the Detroit game, I put the 2 interceptions, right? But those
No,
things happened. You can't take it
yeah,
away.
yeah, no, of
Honestly,
course,
if you
but
watch the game, you would appreciate everything that happened in the game, especially what Baker did. But those
yeah,
two things
yeah.
may have been the
So
biggest things to hurt them. So,
yeah, so but no. So in addition to I love that game. Was absolutely amazing. One game that threw me off: Packers and Niners.
honestly, again, the NFC
No,
to me just had better TV.
no. They were way better TV, bro.
Right.
The only good TV the AFC has had so far
Tay
was
Tay.
Bills and Chiefs. That's it.
Tay Tay.
Hmm?
Huh? Go ahead,
Bro,
go ahead.
don't get me mad.
Go ahead, bro. Like, what
No,
are you
I'm saying
talking about?
the only good game they had was Chiefs and Bills, bro. Everything else has been like, because okay, what you call it?
No.
Ravens game.
Finish your point, please finish. Don't. Let's not go there yet, please. I'm begging you. Please. Just finish your
Okay,
point, bro.
okay,
Just
okay.
finish your point.
Every game I
Oh,
seen was Chiefs and Bills, and I told somebody right before the game. They told me like, "Oh man, if I was to go put some money on FanDuel, who would you go?" I was like, "Bro, I don't bet against Mahomes. I don't bet against Mahomes." After the game, he called me. He goes, "Damn, bro." I was like, "Bro, I told you I don't bet against Mahomes. Except next week I might." But anyway, we'll get there. You were saying something. You wanted me to avoid saying something. That you wanted to say yourself. I'm listening.
okay. So I've this postseason, we had to listen. It's, they were also on this show telling me, right? I don't know if you remember. I was like, Lamar, they gotta pay. People
By the
were
way,
comments. Go ahead.
when you say, we had to listen. Speak for yourself. I didn't have to listen to none of it. I didn't hear a single one of
No.
you.
We as a community, not
Minus me.
nobody in personal.
Minus
Okay,
me.
minus you, had to listen to people tell me that a former MVP wasn't worth the contract that he was asking for. That a former MVP had to prove himself when like all of the things. And then they get the 1 seed. And then Houston is coming into their house. And I still had to hear people tell me or people say, oh no, this rookie is playing at a much higher level. Do you understand? Again, no disrespect to CJ Stroud, but there was no way I was going to pick CJ Stroud over Lamar Jackson. One, I Ohio State, so go fuck yourself, CJ Stroud. Two, Houston
First of all,
Texans. So double go
first of
fuck
all,
yourself,
first of
CJ.
all, first of
Go
all,
ahead, go
first
ahead.
of all, there will be no CJ Stroud, slander on this show. So you could curse Ohio State, you curse the Texans, but not CJ Stroud. Okay, that man will show up to the NFL as a gem. Okay, that man, that man is that man is who Tebow thought he was, bro. That man is who Tebow thought he was going to be. All
You
right,
see, I was with. I was. This is the reason. This is the reason. Could have, should have,
and
would have. Do you know? Do you
and
know
what you
what
call it?
else could have, should have, would have happened?
Mm-hmm. But hold on.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
Houston could have won with Tank Dell there. Okay, so Ravens could have still won with Mark Andrews there. You missed your
Ravens could
second
have
best
blown
tight
them
end in the
out with
game.
Mark. Bro,
So
like, what are
then,
you saying?
no, we're not doing this. Oh, should
I'm
have
not.
this, could have done. Because one thing. Okay,
Ravens are still missing running
hold
back
on,
one.
hold
Do
on,
you
hold on.
realize that, right?
Yeah, hold on. Complete left field out of this. I hate what ifs and I hate should have, could have, especially when it comes to sports. I hate all things. Oh, if this had happened, that would have happened. If this had happened, that could have happened. Because it's never been true. It's never proven to be true.
It
Ever.
didn't happen, and guess what?
Because
Look, at
because
the end of the day, they got blown out. So I don't
yeah.
care what anyone has to say, the ifs, ands, or the buts. But what I was told is
So you
in
were
the
wrong
big
on that one,
game,
Anthony. But outside of
yes,
that, we're good. But you were definitely wrong on that one.
what I was told is in the big game, in those big moments, Lamar will not be able to show up. It was 10-10 at the half.
The game.
It was 10-10 at the half. CJ Stroud had just scored to tie the game up, and everyone is like, oh my God, we are like, can the Ravens, the momentum,
And then the game started.
the game, like, you put the ball. So, you know what's funny though? We did have two running back quarterbacks play this weekend, and the better running back quarterback won. Anyways, but when you asked, and this is where how I'm gonna segue into the next game. When you ask your running back quarterback to win a game for you, right? When you put the ball in your running back quarterback's hands and you say
It's called a
RB1,
running quarter.
QB1.
It's a running
No,
quarterback,
no, no.
not
It's a
running back
running back.
quarterback.
It's a running back. No, no,
Running
no.
quarterback.
Because it's two different positions. A running back. So, because for Josh Allen he uses his legs.
Mm-hmm.
For Lamar Jackson, he's a running quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Language.
Sounds about white.
But I had to hear all of that leading up to this game, and I saw and I'm saying here like there was nothing. Again, okay, I'm no CJ Stroud slander, but there was nothing that was going to make me nothing. I was when we again you beat the Browns. Yes, you beat the Browns with that defense, but you beat Joe Flacco. The Ravens have almost a similar defense, but they also have Lamar Jackson at quarterback. You got to beat that defense, and you got to beat Lamar Jackson, and you got to beat Odell Beckham, and you got to beat Zay Flowers. Now you got to beat Nelson Aguilar for some reason who can catch the ball. Like, do you understand that?
Yo, I'm telling you right now, if I'm Philly, I'm driving down to Baltimore. I'm kicking his ass. You know
Well,
why?
hands, bro.
The entire time he was in Philadelphia,
Couldn't
that
catch a
man
ball.
dropped more pass. That man dropped more passes than Kadarius Toney. Mo, he flip flops like that. You know this. Come on now, we know this. Come on, listen.
No,
Mo
because
would turn,
again,
Mo
let me
would turn on
let me
Jesus.
tell you
Mo
let me
would turn
tell
on
you
Jesus
let me
if he
let
serves
me
his
tell
purpose,
you
okay?
why I did that. Again, I cannot pick the Texans to win a game in the play. Do you understand? It's like you picking Buff. Well, you can definitely. It's like you picking Miami. Well, you're a Patriots fan. You understand what I'm saying? You can't
Mhm.
pick like Anthony. Do you know how hard it will be for you to pick the Cowboys to win a game? Because like is that for me? So I have to find something or find a reason not to pick the Texans. So I hyped Joe Flacco up. I knew in my heart I felt like they were gonna lose, but I was like, you know what? Just off chance that I can be right because fuck the Texans and fuck CJ Stroud. But ultimately, ultimately, we saw the better running back quarterback play this weekend. Two, three rushing, two
Oh no
passing,
no
five
no
total.
no no. Hmm? No.
What was it?
It was 2 and 2.
Two
It
and
was
two?
2 and 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
2 passing, 2 rushing. Nobody else. Nope. I think like 3 people has done it in history of football ever. I think one of them was like Kaepernick in 2012, and the other one was damn who. Jesus Christ. I should remember this. All right, I don't know. It'll come to me at some point.
I avoid.
But yeah,
I actually avoid betting money against my team. Remember, what was it, 2 years ago? It was hard for me to
yeah.
pick against the Colts when we're doing the picks because it doesn't feel right. But Lamar Jackson accounted for two of the touchdowns, two rushing touchdowns and two passing touchdowns that game. He threw
Hmm.
a dot to Likely at the end of before the end of the game. Like
Yeah.
all the throws that people have said Lamar can't make, he made. So I don't like. I'm going to have a hard time picking this week.
Um, I'm not.
Bruh.
I know we saw a quarterback that leads the team in rushing, so I call you a running quarterback. Okay. That is not in
At
his
the end of
zone.
the day, did he still do the quarterback job? Yes. Running is a
He
thing that
he came
happens.
out.
Like
Also, here's the thing. Here's the thing. You see, the thing with the running quarterback argument, right, is that when Mike Vick did it, it was one of a kind, never been done. Oh my God, absolutely fair. And then we had another quarterback do it, and another one, and another one. All
but
of a sudden,
Mike Vick wasn't winning.
no, no, no. But I'm saying though, in terms of like, they love him because they love him. They love him at first. Oh, he could do this, he could do that. But then guess what? All the things that Mike Vick did wrong, like not not sliding, going directly at linebackers, stuff like that. That cut his that and
Yeah, short, yeah.
yeah. So it's like so all those things
No,
that
the
he that
other thing he did wrong, but
amongst other things, woof woof. Um, so it's
I'm
like,
a bipolar Mike Vick jersey.
bro, you hate your dog.
I'm a ticker to Virginia. I'm gonna buy a Mike Vick jersey.
Paula's too soft on you. That's what it is, though. She's too
No,
soft. Like
she's not. She's not even built for that shit, dog.
yo,
It's so crazy.
nah.
She's-
But
they gonna bully
but
my
then
poor dog.
no, but then what sort of happened was it was like as you get sort of getting more and more of them, right? And then when Kaepernick did, it was like it was amazing, like because it's like they love it in small doses. They love it
Oh,
when somebody could do it. When somebody could do it just well enough to to where it's still likable, but not to the point where it's like, oh my God, you're now making it seem like because all of a sudden, words like "I need my quarterback more quarterbacky" became a thing. What the hell's a quarterback, bro? So
you know
all
what
of a sudden,
you know what a quarterback is. Get the fuck out of here. Like, see, honestly, the other part about it is
bro, we
when
have
Vic did it, Vic wasn't winning like Lamar's winning. Vic
no.
wasn't throwing 3,000 yards and rushing 1,000 yards. Right?
But hold on,
He
hold on,
wasn't
hold on.
doing that.
But that's
Vic
why they
didn't
liked
win
him.
an MVP.
That's why they liked him.
Yeah,
He was doing it. It's like, oh, this is cute. But you're
right.
not a real quarterback. It was cute. It's cute. Now all of a sudden, when Lamar does it, but also does it, doing MVP numbers and winning, all of a sudden it's like, nah,
It's a problem.
I want my quarterbacks a little bit more quarterbacky now. So,
So transitioning
mhm.
right into the night game, which was really good actually. I didn't expect it to be as close. I didn't expect it to be as good, but
Mhm.
I think too many bonehead things happened in that game, and I also think Buffalo was destined to lose because you don't what's his name? Oh, the receiver, not Valdez, the other one, Hardman.
Hardman.
Fumbles twice. They recover
Mhm.
one. He fumbled
Yeah.
twice, and they recover one. The other one goes out the back of the end zone touchback. Do you understand how lucky a like you have Patrick Mahomes, and now you have God on your side? Like what the fuck,
Um, Having Patrick Mahomes that means God on your side. That's God's
bro?
like fourth favorite son. On the list of favorite sons, bro, it's like Jesus, LeBron, and it was Tom Brady and Mahomes, but now it might be like, give it a
Bro,
couple more years, table might flip. So, like all of a sudden, that's God's fourth or fifth favorite son. So if you have him on your
it
team,
makes no
that's something to bet
sense,
against him, bro.
bro. Like you, they,
Next week,
and
next week,
the
next week,
crazier part.
go ahead. I'm
The
sure you-
crazier part about all of this, that's not even the crazy part. The craziest part is you run on your 30, you run a DeMar Hamlin special because you want to justify that comeback play of the year. You like the most boneheaded thing you can do on your 30, fourth and was it 4th and 3? You don't pick it up. They don't score. Let me tell you how destiny works. They don't score. You were not supposed to win that game. Your kicker last week was 1 for 3. This week, with the game on, with the overtime on the line, can't make it. You were not supposed to win that game. Stephon Diggs, shorthanded Stephon Diggs, drops a 70-yard dot. Mind you, he had to slow down. The corner caught up. It doesn't matter because that ball still traveled space to get to where it got.
Bro, that ball
Goes
hit
right through his hands.
the atrophy, or what do you call it?
Atmosphere.
Whatever it is, somewhere up there. That ball went up there out of the stadium. The tailgaters peeped it. Like, oh snap! Came back down perfectly for Stephon Diggs to catch, and he missed it.
And you were not supposed to win that game.
Yeah.
Josh
No.
Allen looking at the end zone when you have Stephon Diggs. I don't care if he dropped the ball, but that's wide receiver 1. He's cutting
I
across.
believe Josh Allen just threw it to Diggs to get a first down, and then it would be easier to kick.
I think so too. I mean, but that's the thing. That's the
Yeah.
thing you were saying. We can all play all these things after the fact. What if the kicker made it? What if he did this? What if he caught it? Like we can all
Because a
play that.
44-yarder is not an insane number. We're not talking about
No, we're not talking about 50. Your kicker is bad at 40, at 47 plus. 44 is a
44
good
is,
number. Is the average number for the NFL
We
kickers,
should-
if we're being honest.
Yeah, because again,
45,
at this point,
44,
you
45
have a
is
job.
the average number.
You have this is your job. Like nobody's asking you to block, to block Aaron Donald. Nobody's asking you to chase, Jamar
When
Chase.
I need you to do it,
All I need you to do is like, hey, come down here and just, right here between the upright. That's what I need.
make it. So, ultimately, they were not supposed to win. It didn't matter what they did. They were not supposed to win that game. But for the second year in a row, we're looking at a Josh Allen-led team letting someone else come into his house, kick their feet up, drink their soda,
First of all,
eat their food, go into the candy closet, take their fucking candy, wear their robe, take a shit and don't flush.
see, you saying all that, or I'm thinking that somebody came in your house and banged your wife, and went home. But
No,
and
no. Take a shit and don't flush.
No, bang your wife, made you watch, and then went home
and walk out of your fucking house. All of these things, like last year, Joe Burrow did it in a snow game, which is Buffalo, snow, Buffalo, da 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 da. Joe Burrow came in there
playing
all
Cincinnati
white.
though, like when he plays Cincinnati though, like
right, he does. But Buffalo's thing, right? Because you remember this year, they had to postpone a game. You were playing Pittsburgh, bro. Like, do you understand? Like, we have to postpone the game, bro. Joe Burrow came in your house, did that little cold ass video with this spin, and took that game from you.
Yo.
This year, and this is the year, because you remember a couple years ago they went into Patrick's house, they lost because the overtime they changed the overtime rules for you.
That man cannot beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. He simply cannot do it.
That's just it. And we're about to find out if Patrick Mahomes is beatable next week.
Bro, when I tell you, we just mentioned that he's God's like 5th favorite son.
I know.
I'm going to praise the Black Jesus for Lamar.
Oh yeah, that's who I'm praying to for Lamar too. Because they can have white Jesus and white God. I'm praying to Black Jesus.
They have white Jesus. Her name is Taylor Swift. Wow.
Oh man, we about to get banned, bro. But this is the more interesting fact. I think I just want to talk about real quick before we move on. You were saying he can't beat Mahomes, right? Because look at the career comparisons, right? This is a question that was asked on First Things First, and I wanted to ask you guys: does this game change how you view Josh Allen?
No.
Yo, they did though. Like, how petty are you? You lose and you turn the hot water off, man. you, bro. Like I would have went in their showers.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not kind of petty.
Of course. Fuck out of here. You gonna take a cold ass shower?
Bro,
Nah,
that's why
I'm
when I tell
coming
you,
in your shit.
when I tell you, there are certain sports I never tried, I never competed in, I never even like practiced in, and those were combat sports. Like whether it was MMA. Although I train with somebody, but I don't actually I never actually spar any of that stuff because I am not a sportsman.
Cause if
Okay,
somebody hits you, you gonna
somebody hit
fucking
me.
run and start fighting.
At this point, we will forget all the training. I'm beating your ass street style. So so because of that, I'm like, yo, certain sports I never participated in because I'm like, yeah. So anyway,
You gonna fuck around and get caught in the armbar and then be mad as shit.
what I tell you, bro, and I would not let that go. Like I'm not gonna go, bro. Yo, one of us gotta go for
And
real.
then be
Because
mad as shit. But
yeah,
nah, like to answer the question, I think yes. I think it makes me look at Josh Allen as not like because people would say Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, or Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, right? In it's kind of that order, right? It's always Burrow and Allen, right? Or whichever way you want to switch it. That's usually how it is.
mhm.
I'm bringing Allen down one more. It's
uh, uh,
Mahomes, Burrow, and if it happens that Lamar wins MVP, that's two regular season MVPs. It's Mahomes, Lamar, Burrow for me.
as of right now, I have Okay,
See,
for me right now, okay, because I have Allen at 4. Maybe I have Allen at 4, and that's because Jalen Hurts
Jalen
bugged it out.
Hurts
Like
did what he did. Yeah,
yeah.
that's the only reason Allen
So
is at 4 for me.
so Allen for me is at 4. So for me right now, I have Mahomes, I have Burrow, I have Lamar, and then like I said, for me, Allen is 4 because the things though, and that's when I
Yeah,
forgot who I was saying that to.
Baker's 4. Baker's 4.
Nah,
Fuck Allen, bro.
okay, so
Shit, Jared Goff is 4.
Brock Purdy too. Who else we gonna put in there?
Top 5 current quarterbacks.
Top 5 current quarterbacks, and so right now I have Allen
But
at 4, and that's because
if Lamar wins the second MVP and he wins this weekend, you can't have him
no,
any lower than
then he goes to
like
two.
he's
He
two.
goes to two. It's
Right,
Mahomes and
right.
then him because Mahomes is still, is still like, come on now. At
Yeah,
this point,
two like
bro,
it's what 6 AFC championship
six
games in a
seasons,
row.
6 AFC championship games, bro.
Is
Like,
insane. It doesn't matter. That's Brady levels.
bro,
And
Brady
you
didn't
have to
even do
he's
this.
what 25? He's
No. He's like 20. He's
26.
like 28.
Bro, 28?
Yeah,
He
bro.
got 10 more years.
No, easy. So, so as of right now, yeah, I still have Allen in the top 5 because unfortunately what I'm seeing in the league is the fact that we don't have a lot of great quarterbacks.
No, we
Like
don't. And
we
that's what
have
Cam was saying.
5, and then everything else in between.
And
And then
that's what Cam was saying.
we have like 5,
5
like
game changers.
yeah, 5 like like solid. We're talking like
Ga-
yes,
game
those are
changers
yeah.
and a
And
bunch of
then
game managers.
you have about like 10 guys who's like pretty decent game managers.
And then just
The Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott's of the world, the Brock
right.
Purdy's of the world, yeah. And then the rest of them are just scrubs,
True.
or below, average and below, and then the
Hmm.
rest of them just like who cares?
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
And so it's just looking at I mean, there's CJ Stroud after what he did this season. Honestly, he's number 6 in there somewhere.
this nigga was born in
6.
1995. That's wild. I had to only watch a whole World Cup before this nigga was born, son.
Oh shit.
Yo,
Well,
I'm,
yes,
I'm
yes.
feeling my
In
age,
a
bro.
well
Now, bro.
for you not so much because you already had him at 4, right?
Yeah, I'm
And
like, I know
he would have been 5 if Jalen
if
Hurts
Jalen
was
Hurts hadn't played terribly in the last like 7 games of the season.
right. And so for you he doesn't move, so you don't see him any differently. This is he's
because no,
in where
because
he's supposed to be for you.
yeah, because and here's why another reason why it didn't change for me because C.J. Stroud didn't make his way from Houston to Buffalo and beat him up there. When you
True.
lose to Patrick Mahomes, there's no shame in losing to Patrick Mahomes. You know why? It's like losing to Brady or to Tom Brady or Peyton
Let's not
Manning.
do that. Let's not do that. We're not.
What?
We're not
No, no,
putting.
no, 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 no.
You're just
Here's what
saying
I'm saying.
losing.
I'm saying,
Period. Right? You're not
I'm
okay.
saying, no,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
no, no,
Okay.
no, no. I'm not saying they're on the same. But I'm saying right. Here's what I'm saying. Right. In 2008, 2009, if you lose to Peyton Manning or
Oh
Tom
yeah.
Brady or Aaron
It's not.
Rodgers,
It's not a
nobody,
bad. It's not a
nobody's
bad
looking at you.
beat. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, wait, right now when you lose to Patrick Mahomes, nobody's looking at you like, oh my god, I can't believe you lost to Patrick Mahomes.
Hmm.
Stafford, no. Stafford is probably out right outside the top 10 for me.
Like going right now.
Yeah, like right outside the top 10, like because I'm looking at
So
if I
Jalen
look at
Hurts
it,
is 5, right? Let's just go from. So Jalen
yeah.
Hurts is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go.
So let me see. Jalen Hurts. I would 1 second, and now you actually have to do homework, bro. I wasn't ready to do homework now.
I know it's not my fault. It's Anthony.
Yeah, you're right. It is Anthony, so I should blame him for this. Okay, so damn, I just realized okay, so Jalen Hurts, and outside after that, I gotta put Dak. Okay, I gotta put Dak, and then it gets a little tricky because then I want to put Purdy, but I'll say Justin Herbert,
I
Purdy.
could see the argument.
Yeah. So I'm like and then after that it gets like Tua because Rogers and then Tua.
Okay, but Rogers didn't play this season. Golf did. Let's do this season. See,
Okay, so
if it's this
okay.
season,
If it's this season,
Stafford is in there.
if it's this season, Stafford is probably 10.
I don't know. He's like maybe number 7 for me. I don't
Mm,
respect Brock Purdy, and you know that. So it's hard. It's hard because
here's the
I
thing.
watched that game. I
Here's
watched the entirety
here's
of that game, and
mhm,
yes, he had that last drive. Everybody's going to talk about the last drive
mhm.
because at the end of the day,
No, no,
if you're a
no,
quarterback and you have a job, and your
no.
job is to make sure that you win the game, he did what he had to do. So I can't even be mad at him for that. That last drive was
Okay.
amazing.
Here's the thing.
But
Here's the thing.
honestly, go ahead. Go ahead.
Here's the thing. I see what you're saying in terms of you don't respect them or whatever it is. I see what you're saying, but here's the thing: we're struggling to come up with like a top 10 good like great quarterbacks. We have after 5, it's murky. So to say that it's like Purdy deserves a spot as well as anybody else and, who played this season
Fine, he
because
could be
guess
number
what?
10.
Because guess what? Because I'm like because okay, you say he could be number 10, right? But then he has the same numbers as a number 3 or 4. So it's like so
Bro,
now
I
and then all
don't
of a sudden so if he
see
has if
see
you
for
know
the same for the
if
same reason Anthony can't respect Lamar for his running ability
mhm.
as a quarterback. I am not going to respect Brock Purdy for throwing 5-yard bubble screens and swing passes and getting those things done.
You know
Mind
who else
you,
does that? You know who
he
else
did.
does that? You know who else
Josh
does that?
Allen did last weekend. If we're
You know
being
who else
honest,
does that?
who?
Tua. Tua does that a lot.
You didn't hear me say I'm putting Tua over. Like they're the same quarterback to me. They have almost additional weapons, almost the same kind of weapons, right? Jalen Waddle's your big receiver. Tyreek Hill is your
He's a
streaky
fast
receiver.
receiver.
He's your
Yeah.
Debo. Um,
Debo
uh,
versus
D,
your and Brendan Ayuk.
Brandon Ayuk. You have a
And
good.
then
I mean, I
and
don't know
guess
who
what?
their tight end is, but
Mhm. Who
you have Kittle, Miami.
who Miami signed? Oh
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know his name, but yeah.
Exactly.
And
But you
then
have two. You have
but
A Chain and you have
and you have
Raheem
Mostert,
Mostert. So they
and then
have the exact same build
yeah,
of offense. Their
but also
defense is where Miami's lacking, though, for being real. So because their
no,
defense can't
not only
can't
that,
can't keep
no,
up.
no but thing so San Francisco plays better and like cold weather than Miami does.
Yeah, they're
I
okay
mean,
with that.
yeah. So off the rip, so that puts them a tier above, And also, like I said, I'm not telling you Brock Purdy is in the top 5, but I'm saying though, if you don't like, why not put him as at 8? Who can you say is definitive? Like
Okay,
mm,
so
because you said Stafford
CJ,
is 7.
if
You said
if
Stat,
CJ if CJ if CJ's sitting at number 6 for me, Stafford is number 7 for me. Then I'm
so
gonna go.
what's Dak?
fuck. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Okay, okay. CJ comes down. Dak goes in there at number six.
Mm-hmm.
CJ 7. Stafford
Mm-hmm.
is 8. 9 and 10. I said he's number 10. I'll give you two at number 9.
So you take Tua over Purdy. Why?
He's white.
That's how we. That's what we're doing.
That's what I'm doing today. That's not what we're doing. It's what I'm doing today. Okay. See, this is a
Patrick, Joe Burrow,
general
Josh Allen,
this is a
Lamar, Dak,
general
CJ Stroud,
list,
Hurts.
right? This is almost feels like an analyst type list, right?
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Burrow, Josh Allen, where I don't see Josh Allen sitting in that number 3 spot, especially after throwing 39 passes to only have 180 yards. Do you like he threw a lot for 180 yards? That's because he was a running back last week. Jerome Bettis is playing quarterback.
Okay, first of all, he had 11 attempts, and also he had 100 yards.
Jerome Bettis not about that last touchdown where he put the ball down and he drove. I was like, "Who is this? You looking like Josh Jacobs, six
Wrong,
five,
Josh.
right? My bad, not Josh Jacobs. The one from New York. Brandon was it Brandon Jacobs?
Brandon Jacobs. It
Yeah,
was Brandon Jacobs. Yeah.
it was Brandon Jacobs. 6'5", 280 pounds running. Like I'm fine with that. It's okay because they've been picking Josh Allen over Lamar for years, and you know why they've been doing that. Mm. Anyways, so let's talk about one more thing. Let's talk about
YouTube. Come on now, like.
let's talk about one more thing before we pick these games. Um, this was another thing that happened on First Thing First that I was like, wow, this is pretty fucking amazing. Philip Rivers and
Mhm.
Josh Allen, those two teams, right?
Okay.
are
No,
are very there you go.
I'm not
And
doing
one
that.
of them had LaDainian Tomlinson and what's the tight end? Antonio Gates.
Antonio Gates, yes,
One of them and this one has Josh Allen,
and Stephon Diggs.
Jared Cook, Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis.
You say who? Really? Really? We
Dustin
go just because you can't. Just because you can't remember the receivers from that Chargers team, you got to name every random receiver on the Bills.
Dustin Kincaid at tight end.
Justin Kincaid and Gabe Davis is what we're going to mention in the same conversation. Okay, all
No,
right,
I'm trying to fill in the Antonio Gates part
okay,
and
okay.
LaDainian
Okay.
Tomlinson.
No,
I'm trying
no.
to
One had the Damian Tomlinson and Antonio Gates, who's going to go down as both who's going to go down top 10 in their position. Both of who's going to go down top 10 in their position of all time.
but just the same thing you said.
Neither Allen nor Diggs going to end up top 10 in anything in their position.
But you also said when you coming up against in that era, you're coming up against Brady and
Mm-hmm.
Manning. It's just you're just running
Yes,
into a brick wall
that's
each and
what
every year.
happens. Yeah,
And
it's
so,
like, bro,
but it's just funny that
bro, it's like
if you
finding,
just
it's like waking up, it's like, oh damn, it's 1995. Oh damn, who we playing tonight? The Bulls. Oh fuck, like, yo, at this
yeah,
point, it's like, yo, it's a cold ass night in Chicago, and you have to go from Houston or from LA, fly to Chicago to get your ass whooped in 1995, and then hop back on a flight.
no
And back then,
strippers or nothing, bro.
back then niggas was flying commercial, like not even know it was flying, so
The Chargers virus exactly because
so
if it wasn't like Gates back there
bro,
somewhere,
and I promise you, in 10 years, we're not gonna remember who Gabe Davis was, okay? Like,
Gabe Davis a dog though. Come on.
all right. So that's what we're doing. But
All right,
bro, like
come
there's certain
on.
things like like it's certain things are inevitable, right?
But I have to ask you this:
Mhm.
have you seen Buffalo's roster? What their roster is going to look like next year? Because they have a bunch
Mhm.
of dudes that probably won't be on there next season.
No, I didn't see it yet.
Yeah, because they have to sign a bunch of dudes or cut a bunch of dudes, and their cap is gonna take a hit because Josh Allen is one of the heavy hitters on the cap. Um,
He has to be.
also you signed uh what's his name,
Von Miller.
Von Miller, to this huge contract, and he had what, like 5 8, it's like 5 sacks this season. Granted, he was hurt, but
Yeah.
you know what? I ain't mad at a black man making money. Hey, he deserves it. He's
It's one of those nights.
I'm done. I'm done. All
Hard
right,
to
let's
believe.
just
Hard to believe we've only been recording for 40 minutes. It feels like it's been a long, an eternity.
Diggs. And so now I have one more question before we pick this game. Will Diggs be in the Buffalo uniform next season?
Yes.
Okay, man. Because
Because not,
he spent all of last season being very cryptic about how he wants to go somewhere where he's appreciated. It's funny. I feel like he's gonna do that diva thing he did when he was in Minnesota again.
and here's the thing. If you're Stephon Diggs right now, there's not a whole lot of good teams out here looking for you. Like, don't get
He
me
could
wrong.
be he could be wearing blue and white next year. Who knows?
Blue and white for who?
He could be wearing blue and white, man. You figure that out.
Bro,
Cuz you figure
there's
that
like
out, cuz. Like
Cowboys.
I said blue and
Colts.
white. I said blue and white. Gang gang.
All right, bro. We're
All
not
right,
doing this.
let's go ahead and
We're not doing this. All right.
oh man, Mike Evans. If oh damn it. I wanted to ask if Mike Evans decide to stay
Mm-hmm.
and you're Tampa Bay, are you keeping Baker Mayfield?
You don't have a lot of options at quarterback, so yes.
Okay. Kansas City, Baltimore, Detroit, San Francisco. Let's go. Uh, you said it was easy. You said it was easy, bro. Come on. Oh man, you funny.
Check your phone.
Nah, don't text me bullshit.
Nah. Take your phone. Take your phone.
Oh. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's do it this way. I'm just gonna give you like the spread,
No,
right?
go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. You go first. You pick.
Man, Kansas City, Buffalo, Baltimore. I don't know. Um, fuck.
All right, I'll go
Okay.
because you seem like you're thinking a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
thinking about a lot right now.
Kansas City and Baltimore. I'm hoping it is easily the greatest football game I've ever watched in my life.
Yes.
I'm seriously hoping for that because it's to the point where I'm like, yo, I don't care who wins, although I know who I want to win. But it's like I want this to be like such a great football game because those two quarterbacks are like I'm looking at 10 years down the line. This is a conversation I want to have, about football. When these two, as these two go head to head, whether it's in this matchup and the next one, I want this to be the matchup that that they're trying to make Mahomes and
Josh Allen, right?
Yeah. So because of that, like I want this to be really good because and also I think it's going to be a really good game because Kansas defense is amazing and they are great. They are very good against the run. And
Hey,
Baltimore likes to run.
Jared Cook had a nice game. Josh Allen had 100 yards.
Okay, none the things though.
I mean, when
But
you're Brandon Jacobs,
but also,
when you're Brandon Jacobs,
but they picked their poison. With that one. Their receivers didn't do much. So they picked their poison, and they're like, they let them run, and
I also think their game plan was very conservative. They didn't let until like the end of the game, they didn't really let Josh Allen throw that thing past 20 yards.
Yeah, so I'm saying. So
I mean, also Josh Allen, it's like his 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 decision making sometimes is scary. So I'm guessing the coaches wanted to, bring the mistakes down,
yeah,
and that's one of the reasons why he didn't do that. And that's
but
very telling.
so I don't bet against Mahomes, bro. I don't bet against Mahomes. So
That's great. I'm going Baltimore then.
yeah, I'm going Chiefs,
I've
and
I've been riding pause. I've been on the Baltimore bandwagon all year.
so
Um,
you've been riding the bandwagon.
I've been on the Lamar Jackson bus tour all year,
So yeah, I,
and so I can't pick anybody else in that game. So I'm going Baltimore.
yeah, I'm gonna go Chiefs because
Okay, that's
I
fair.
don't know, man. I have a hard time betting against Mahomes because he
That's
hasn't
fair.
he
I'm-
almost hasn't failed me yet. So
I mean,
yeah,
let's be fair. Who's really losing here? As
nobody's
football
really losing.
fans, you're
Yeah,
not losing unless it's like
bro.
a stupid dumb game.
When I
But
tell
as
you, bro,
football fans, you're not.
I want this
The
to be the
two
greatest game I've
best
ever seen,
teams,
bro.
right? The two best teams in the AFC are playing. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Um,
So
so yeah, I think they're evenly matched almost across the board. Both defenses can be light out and shut down. Patrick
also
Queen is gonna have a
on
job.
on okay on the offense though, Kansas City like they got Kelsey, and then a bunch of guys who you never know who's gonna show up. But also, but I will say though, Rasheed Rice, he's been
He
playing
showed
well.
up.
So
Yes,
I'm
yes.
I will give him that. So nothing against
And
him.
and
So
and the question mark was, can Mahomes lead the team that was failing him all season? And he did. That's what makes him one of the
bro,
best. Like,
that's what he's been doing,
and the other question
and
mark
that's why we
was,
bet
can
against him.
Lamar
Yeah,
can Lamar win a playoff game? And he didn't just win a playoff game; he won very convincingly.
convincingly.
And
Yeah,
and not only did
by doing something only two other quarterbacks has done in history. So yeah,
right, so he was able to pass the ball efficiently, very efficiently, and run it just as
yeah,
efficiently. He even did that stop thing he did in high school. I mean, like, it's still embarrassing, which in the NFL.
yeah,
Two rushing touchdowns is never easy for a quarterback,
yeah.
So
Unless you're Lamar Jackson or
right,
Josh Allen, but
or Brandon Jacobs. So yeah, I'm going with Lamar, as I've been
yeah,
doing all year, and I think we'll see each other next weekend. We'll discuss. Don't
yeah.
text me. Don't text me this weekend. Just
I'm going
text
to text you this weekend, bro. I promise
text
you that
text me
game,
text me text me on
bro.
Tuesday.
Either block me or mute me, but I'm going to be texting you during that game, bro. Like
All right.
and I know I normally don't text you during games. We usually talk
No,
about
you
like
don't.
chopping up after.
No,
So I'm like,
yeah,
yo, but this game,
is the day later or the 2 days later.
yeah, but yeah,
Kansas City. I'm sorry, not Kansas City. Detroit and San Francisco. Now that is also, see, we are getting really really good games, because it's for the Kansas City game, is the story is Lamar Jackson. For the Detroit and San Francisco game, the story is Detroit and Jared Goff. Can he continue to carry the whole city of Detroit
so Detroit.
uh, on his back?
First
Like,
of all, if this man take them to the Super Bowl, they're gonna put a Jared Goff statue in Detroit, and
oh,
the whole
easy.
city's gonna be
And it's
confused, bro.
and they're not gonna be mad at it, because it's him and Barry, right? And it's gonna be funny because Matthew Stafford should have a statue, but
Yeah,
if he takes them to the Super Bowl, it's gonna be him. I don't see you giving anybody else. They're gonna give him one. They're gonna give the coach one. Like, I don't
well,
see anybody.
and because Kevin Johnson got to show up to the game still, Megatron might get one too. So
Right. So, um, that
okay,
I feel like this should have been the easier game for me to pick. Like, Baltimore game was easy for me to pick because
hmm
you made it easy because you picked Detroit,
yeah,
Kansas City.
Kansas City,
I
yeah,
feel like this should be the easier game for me to pick, but it's not. Obviously, because I like Detroit. I don't trust Brock Purdy. If Detroit can make the game as tight as uh, uh um 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 Green Bay made it, and
hmm
don't make the mistakes Green Bay made, I don't see how they don't pull this game off. You got to keep the
um,
game tight and close, because if
I
you
think,
let we all know Detroit can't play down, right?
hmm
So you have to keep it close and tight.
Yeah.
And you have to
Um.
keep. You honestly, I think one of the keys to victory is to make sure Brock Purdy's not standing in a spot. If Brock Purdy's a statue in the pocket, he's going to dice you up. You got to move him.
What? Who? Oh, you say. Oh. 1 second. Mm, Okay. No. Okay. So you're mentioning like Brock Purdy, but those two interception hurt the Packers more than anything else.
Yeah,
Yeah. Um. But I think the difference was like for that game. I think the difference maker for this game is going to be whether or not Debo plays
oh,
because
easily,
because
easily.
because that game, that Packers game, was as close as it was because we
Because
didn't have
Debo was
Debo.
out. Yeah, because
Yeah.
when he was in the game, it didn't. That
As
first,
soon as because he
as
had
soon as
two
he
catches,
left,
he had two catches for 24 yards, but and
yeah, as soon as he left,
as soon as he left, that's when the momentum
San
shifted.
Francisco, yeah, San Francisco.
Yeah,
I told
because
you. Didn't I tell you those 3 games they lost in the season that everyone
yeah,
was like, "Yo, this
yeah,
is so."
they went 0
He
and 3
was
with
not
when Debo
there,
they play. Yeah, yeah.
except
So
for Baltimore beating them with the full team, but he was not there.
but he wasn't. Yeah, he wasn't. So I'm saying so. I get that. I'm saying so. For me, that difference maker would be whether or not
Who would
Debo
be Debo?
plays,
Okay, so who do you got?
and also now, if you're San Francisco, you gotta run the ball. You gotta run the ball more than you did against Detroit.
Oh, way more.
Against against Green Bay. Like you gotta run the ball more. Like you gotta do it because Detroit's defense. Like
They're
if
coming after the quarterback, bro.
yeah.
Aiden Hutchinson might have a
Yeah.
feast back there, bro.
So he's coming. So you have to find a way like listen, get a block and you gotta run the ball.
Yeah, and they blitz.
Because
They blitz a lot
yeah.
too. So
So either that or get some quick passes out of the way because otherwise, yeah. So I think so I'm gonna go with San Francisco because I think because they are the more I think they're the more experienced team and
Mhm.
because that they've been there and also the guys there on the team are a little bit more like I think the defense is a little bit more what do you call it seasoned,
Mm.
so and I think what you call it I think the offensive line can give Purdy just enough time to throw those little quick check downs. So I'm gonna go San Francisco.
Debo is 50-50 last I looked, and if he doesn't go, I can't pick San Francisco. So I'm just gonna go right now and
Mm,
pick Detroit.
okay,
I'm just gonna do it right now. Um,
fair.
shit. Okay.
Wow.
Oof. Okay, so the quick betting breakdown.
Mhm.
Over under is 44 for the Kansas City
Over,
Baltimore game.
over
Wow. The spread is 3. Um
spread.
okay. And money line for Baltimore is minus 175. The Chiefs are plus 150. Over under for the Lions San Francisco game is 51. Spread is 7. Um
I'm gonna go under.
Detroit's Detroit's plus is 250. San Francisco is minus 300. Oh, you're gonna go under? Okay.
Yeah, I think the defense put a couple of hits on these quarterbacks and they chill out a little bit. Yeah,
True. 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 Oh man. This is gonna be a fun weekend. I can't wait to
yeah.
do this show on Tuesday next week.
Next
And
week.
then that way we're getting ready for the Super Bowl, and then we're gonna take the 2 weeks off, and then the basketball trade deadline is gonna hit, and then we're gonna come discuss. Basketball should be fun. Um,
Yes.
it's
Oh,
it's just
also speaking of that, I know we haven't covered basketball all season, which has been terrible of us. But last night, Joel Embiid decided to drop 70 points.
70, and
Yeah.
Jalen Brown dropped 77. Please get the joke. Please get the joke. Please get the joke. Please get the joke.
Applause. That
Oh,
was
that
that
was
was good.
really quick. That
That
was
was
quick. I was
good.
like,
That was good. That was good.
that was quick.
Wow. Wow.
Oh man, and Cat dropped 65, and then he shot the team out the 62, and he shot the
Yeah.
team out the game because he was trying to get to 70 as well. I think he was pressing and trying to stat pad towards the end of that game, so he was forcing a lot of really bad looks.
Bad shots. Yeah.
Yeah, and shot the team out the game, but also the team didn't really help. Like if
I
Cat is
mean,
going, if Cat is scoring 62 points, bro, somebody else got to score like 20.
but also, here's his thing though. The way people, realize the fact that when somebody's cooking, somebody's hot, whatever, right?
You got to let him cook. Yeah,
Not only that, but you realize that as you are doing that, everybody else is now getting colder and colder and colder. Because the less
True.
shot you take, the less because it's literally just the same emotion thing. It's muscle memory. So guess what? If I do this twice, every quarter, meanwhile the guy did it eight, 9 times. Guess what's gonna be in the fourth quarter when you just decide get a quick one? Guess what's gonna be like fresh and ready to go? Him, because for him at this point now, you don't even think about it.
yeah.
So yeah, you can't just tell a guy oh yeah, just stay in the corner and wait to shoot and get me one shot per quarter and be like, oh, why didn't you make him?
That's
So
your job.
yeah,
But yeah, that is the show, right?
yeah,
That's the show. Man. That's really good, man. So I can't wait to come do
either next week.
the show next week. I'm actually looking forward to the show next week just because I think that show. I think that's going to be the best show we do because that is. Yeah, I think it's going to be the best show we do. It's going to also, it could be the saddest show we do or the best show we do. I don't know which way to go. It could be sad for me because my dream is over, a dream deferred, or it could be the best show we do because I'm gonna be up here all day, doing the Kodak dance.
Oh god.
So
I don't want to
can't
root
wait.
against. I don't want to root against Lamar, but if I have to put up with this, I might root against him.
All right, man. We'll catch you next week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.
The MVP front runner. If anybody else got to say something different about that, then come see me. I'm right here in Bmore outside the bank. If you got an issue with that, come see me. I'm about that. Big trust.
Weezy out of here. Weezy out of here.